3 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to the Daily Buzz. It's Thursday. There's a lot going on in the financial world. You know what that means. The watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski, joins us again. How you doing, Chris?
Good morning.
All right, let's jump right into it. New numbers out about home sales being the lowest that they've been in decades. New home sales and also existing home sales down 30-some%. I seem to remember talking to someone on this show that after you had a tax credit for new home buyers and once that expired, something like this would happen. Who was that? I think it was you.
Yes, it's our see, I told you so moment that we're going to do here every Thursday on the program. Basically what happened was, just like we said, was that people just accelerated their purchases of homes. It gave them a reason to go out and buy a home because they were going to get the tax credit, but they weren't going to buy a home anyway. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like they forced anybody into going and buying a home. Once the credit expired, that's it. All it did was accelerate those purchases, and that's why the numbers are so weak now.
Okay, so are we ever going to hit a real floor in this market?
Yeah, when we get rid of a lot of houses. I mean, remember our suggestion a couple of years ago was to invest in, yeah, bulldozers and wrecking balls might work. That when there's a supply and demand problem, this is what happens. The prices are going to drop. There's just too many houses out there.
Huge inventory. We also got news that Fannie Mae has come out and said they're cracking down. They're going to demand that people who are underwater not intentionally default and foreclose on their loans.
They're going to put them on double secret probation.
Double secret probation. Back from the 19th. Dean Wormer is now the head of Fannie Mae.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to wait 7 years now before we give you money again. Ooh, I'm sure that's frightening everybody out there. People's houses are underwater, and people are just saying, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to pay for this house anymore, and that's what they're doing. They're walking away, and we don't live in Les Mis. We don't have debtors' prisons here in the United States, so it's a viable option for a lot of people.
There are some people who wish we did live in Les Mis. We got to talk about the iPhone 4 on sale. Man, these things are selling out. What is going on here?
Why isn't Mitch? Mitch loves this stuff. He's like an expert in all this stuff. I don't even think I've ever downloaded an app yet. But I still find it amazing that, you know, despite the hardships that we have in the economy, people are lined up, you know, outside the Apple stores waiting to buy a phone.
It's got to be at least a good indicator. I mean, not that things are not troubling, but like you said, the fact that we have lines for products as you know, as disposable as phones has got to be a good thing.
The technology is absolutely amazing, though. You can take make HD movies with the phone, and it's going to completely revolutionize a lot of things, including your industry right here.
Oh, great! I'll be out of a job soon. Let's go over to Mitch, and for questions for Chris, send them to our website, dailybuzznow.com.
What is going on with Lady Gaga? I mean, seriously, I saw all these stories. She's at it again, hot off her big spat with Jerry Seinfeld. Gaga has just announced that she wants to bring dead bodies with her on tour. I got to get my friend Chris Markowski in on this. You're the watchdog on Wall Street, but you've got to have your eyes on this chick. What is going on? I can understand getting attention or wanting attention, but what's the deal?
Did you see her new Yankee uniform that she was wearing?
Yes, and we'll get to that whole spat and coming up in just a second. But, I mean, she wants to go on tour with these dead bodies from the scientist Gunther Van Hagens, and he's an actual doctor, and is behind that Bodies of the World exhibit, you know, the traveling exhibit where you can look at that. She wants to have them on stage with her.
Well, you got to hand it to her for obviously drawing attention to herself. She's one smart girl, that's for sure. She's managed to selling a lot of records. She's very talented in regards to her singing and her dancing. I don't know if she just wakes up in the morning and like gets her Gaga on, and basically she's got two different personalities where she basically is, I'm Lady Gaga now, and then I'm my real personality.
But you said it though, she's very talented. She can sing. Does she really need to do all of this? I mean, here's the Alejandro video. I guess she needs some Faces of Death, you know, with her to represent this. But it's just like, she doesn't even need to do all this stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, I guess it's just pushing the envelope as far as you possibly can until you gets blown back. But as long as you keep selling records and you keep drawing attention to yourself, she's printing money.
Well, and let me tell you, she tripped over herself in London. Check this out. She's wearing a leather chaps, bandana, Rocky Horror high platform heels, and fell flat on her face at London airport. I don't know. I can't really laugh at someone falling, you know, from walking, but still.
Well, let's look at it from an investment standpoint. Would you buy stock in Lady Gaga?
You know what? You're right.
There
probably, because she's making the money. Hey, we're back right after this. Good take on that. You're right.
All right, thank you, Mitch. Well, it is Thursday. Lots going on in the financial world. That's why we bring in Chris Markowski, the watchdog on Wall Street. How you doing, Chris?
Good morning.
All right, so we got to talk about the home sales. Some not so good numbers coming out. The new home sales, lowest they've been now in 4 decades, and the sales of single-family homes, existing single-family homes, dropping 32.7%. Coinciding with this is the expiration of that tax credit for home buyers. Coincidence?
Oh, absolutely not. People who were going to go out and buy a home just accelerated their purchase. That's all that happened. I mean, if you're looking at unemployment at 10%, you're looking at people losing their jobs or fear of losing their jobs. Hey, honey, let's go out and buy a home. No, it's not going to happen right now. This is too big of a purchase.
Okay, now these tax credits. I mean, I talked about this yesterday in the soup and all this kind of stuff. I understand they're trying to spur the growth and all that sort of stuff. But doesn't this just lead us? Doesn't it just delay the point when we have finally a floor, a real floor in the housing market?
Absolutely. When the government subsidizes anything, the only thing that happens is it increases the price of that thing, or it accelerates it for a period of time. The same thing happened with the whole cash for clunkers thing. Well, here in Florida, they did cash for appliances, and all it did was accelerate purchases that were going to happen anyway, and therefore it raises the prices up. It doesn't really solve the problem.
And adds to the deficit in the meantime.
Absolutely.
iPhone 4 coming out. Are you a BlackBerry guy, I understand?
I'm a dorky BlackBerry guy. I need to have my calls actually go through the entire time. But I hear this iPhone, the technology is fantastic. Got these HD cameras and all this stuff, so perverts all around the world are going to be great. They're going to be able to take great pictures all the time.
Why do you think that, we're only about 15 seconds left, but why do you think Apple's been so successful in this cell phone market?
It's the toys. It's the toys. And it's Mitch, too. Mitch is pitching.
It's true. Mitch English is
why would you guys think that I like Apple product? What's wrong with it? I like things to work, okay? How about that?
The debate continues. We're back in a moment.
At the crossroads of temptation and salvation.